Hello, my name's Adam and welcome to UK Theme Parks. Now we had a couple of week break while unfortunately I had tonsillitis. However, we are now back and we are back for our favourite season, and that season is Halloween, as we venture out to the theme parks for Halloween, and of course we venture out to the independents for Halloween as well. So we're going to kick off now 6 days of Halloween videos. That's going to be looking at the 3 top theme park ones, which is Chessington, today's, Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, and then we'll look at our 3 favourite maze places from last year, our favourite haunts from last year, which will be Screamfest in Burton, Extreme Scream Park, and the Howl Tullies. There are obviously other great ones out there, some of them we haven't visited, places like Primeval, which we're hoping to go this year, and of course somewhere like the world's famous Shocktoberfest in Tullies. But we're covering our top 3 from last year, we've got other ones to visit this year, and we will sure have a new top 3. Starting today then, Chessington World of Adventures. We've got so much news to catch up on, but we are going to do Halloween first. Chessington World of Adventures, believe it or not, is one of the best places to take family of all ages. And the reason why we say that is you kind of have, you know, your entry level ones, your 1-star ones, and then you have your 4-star ones. And your 4-star one that they have is really, really top notch. Won awards from Scare Tour last year, and deservedly so as well, because it was quite scary. It was scarier than some of the ones we visited up and down the country. So let's have a look what they got to offer this year. On the 1-star one, you have a fancy dress competition, which we would kind of expect, and then the big one is a room on the broom spooky story time. This is usually held at the Pandemonium area, where you'll be able to sit down and get some books read to you by for Room on a Broom from Julia Donaldson. Obviously the books from there relate to the Gruffalo, which was one of the reasons why Room on a Broom came. So for the little ones, this is perfect. Nothing too scary, nothing too out of the ordinary, but really soaks in the Halloween atmosphere. Now then, new for 2018, there's a new Haunted Halloween live show. Now we're not really sure where this is going to go, because Park have done shows in the past. They've built stages in the past in the Adventure Point area or Market Square as it was back then, and they've also just sort of stopped in Adventure Point without a stage and done shows there as well. Now of course we do have the Gruffalo live show, which they have up in Africa, so it could well be going there. It's unconfirmed at this present moment, but expect this show to be brilliant. The dancers they have and everything else they have at Chessington are usually top notch, and the entertainment factor is usually brilliant, and the crowd interaction is brilliant as well. So this should be one without a shadow of doubt for all ages. Trick or Treat Wood is another 2-star attraction for Chessington World of Adventures, and it's indeed a returning one as well, located on the green area down by the sea lines, kind of close to the Trail of Kings entrance by Hocus Pocus Hall. And this one is a trick or a treat. You head in, it's a bit of a story time, and honestly you're sent down either the trick aisle or the treat aisle, and you get a few tasks and games along the way which the adults are supposed to join in with, but they tend to not want to. But for the children, certainly very, very good. 2-star rating. It probably doesn't need a 2-star rating, because even at night, to be fair, you know, this is quite a upbeat attraction. There's lots of actors that fully interact with you. There's no scares, there's no jumps at all. Perfect for the little ones, and you always get a little healthy treat at the end. Who doesn't like a healthy treat at the end? But Trick or Treat Wood, that will be open as well. You can do that daytime or nighttime. To be quite honest with you, the experience really isn't a lot different, bearing in mind the size of it. But you know, if you can get in there at night, you may as well get in there at night and at least have a little bit of darkness to it as well. Now their 3-star one is a returning maze. Both their mazes that are coming back this year are returning ones, located at the Explorer's Post out in the Wild Asia area, which is usually a restaurant throughout the year, is Curse of the Lost Tomb. Now this is a 3 out of 4-star rating, and this has been increased as well. Last year this was a 2-star and our next maze was a 3-star. These have actually been increased, and this is the free maze in the park as well. This is one that you don't have to pay for. You need to get there fairly early, but it's effectively a story into the Curse of the Lost Tomb. It's very similar to like Tomb Blaster in terms of what you want to think it's going to look like. You head in, you have a guide all the way around. There's not a lot of jump scares, to be honest, because it's not really what it's designed to do. There is quite a lot of a story attached to it. There's quite a lot of dark. There is, you know, there's a little bit of lighting, and you know, it's just very, very creepy and very, very tight confined spaces. Now then, they say this is appropriate for ages 8+. I've taken my 7-year-old in there when he was 7, he's 9 now. And he made it through without too many problems, but we do see a lot of people coming out of there where they're too scared by the front room. So preparation wise, it will be dark, it will seem scary, but actually You know, normally when children go through of 8, from what we've seen, they come out and they've actually quite enjoyed it and potentially want to go in again. So you'll head in and you'll delve into the secrets. There's a few games to play along the way, a few challenges to kind of make to get to the next room. And it's a really, really fun maze with some really, really good detail. But there are a couple of scares inside if you're taking Litlands in there. Now then, one of the shock mazes for last year, without a shadow of a doubt, was Creepy Caves Unearthed. Now then, this was located, and is going to be located again, in the Creepy Caves building. So Creepy Caves used to be the insect house down by the Sea Lion Bay. That is no longer there and hasn't been there for a while. And Creepy Caves Unearthed has taken over as a haunt maze. And I can tell you now, you know, ScareCon awarded this Best Original Concept and Design for 2017, and rightfully so. This really took us by surprise. Now, it does have a cost attached to it of £5 and £4 for annual pass holders, which has actually gone up very slightly from last year. I think it was £4 and £3 last year, but it is worth every penny. Now, we know some people don't like paying for mazes when they go there, and there's a good reason why this one is a pay-for maze, and it's so everyone doesn't go in it, because it's not appropriate for a lot of people. And you know, Chessington have had some scary mazes in the past. You know, the Black Forest down by the Vampire was quite an intense maze in places, a lot of strobe lighting, smoke and everything. And this one is another step on top. You know, this one wouldn't seem out of place at Fort Park or Alton Towers. It really wouldn't. In fact, probably argue that it beats some of the ones that they've had at their parks. So you eventually you venture into the Creepy Caves area. You'll see kind of the experiment gone wrong, and then you'll be led through the attraction to the end. And then, you know, along the way you meet a lot of people, and you meet a lot of people in a lot of like face masks, and you meet a lot of people that are right in your face. There's a lot of jump scares, there's a lot of smoke, there's a lot of lighting. It is not suitable for under 10s. 100% not suitable for under 10s, and even then you've got to have a brave 10-year-old. So, you know, my suggestion is, because we saw a lot of people go in, we saw a lot of people queue in, we saw a lot of people moaning last year, this is an intense maze, and hopefully Chessington really get that over when selling tickets, that this is an intense maze. If your child is okay in Curse of the Lost Tomb and it has no problems and no adverse effect, only then do you consider taking them into Creepy Caves Unearthed. If they do not like Curse of the Lost Tomb, do not take them into Creepy Caves Unearthed, because they will leave crying. It's as simple as that. They will. I will not be taking my 9-year-old in there. I didn't take him in there last year. My eldest went in there. He thoroughly enjoyed it, but I will not be taking my youngster in there for another year. And you know, he's quite well coerced to go into these places and kind of seeing some of the spooky stuff and things, but I will not be taking him in there. So my only advice is try Curse of the Lost Tomb. If they get on really well with that, purchase a ticket for Creepy Caves Unearthed. If they don't, honestly, don't waste your money, don't waste everyone's time. It is really scary inside. And of course, you throw this all in with late night ride, and the park's open till 8 o'clock, so you'll get some dark rides on Vampire, Dragon's Fury, you know, Ramesses Revenge, and some of the other parks' great rides as well. We believe that Tiger Rock will be open as well for the evening for the very first time, because it's quite well lit, that area, and usually the log flume didn't close beforehand, so fingers crossed that will also be open into the evening as well. But Chessington World of Adventures, HowlOween starts on the 13th of October. It's one of the earlier ones, starting in the Merlin Parks, and it runs through to the 4th of November on selected dates. That's the 13th and 14th of October, 10 AM to 8 PM. 19th of October is 10 till 6, which is a little bit early, but 20th to 28th, which is a half-term week, is 10 to 8, and then 29th to the 4th is 10 to 6. So that's actually a normal kind of school week, but the park will still be open right the way through for you to be able to go until 6 o'clock. And you know, get your frills on, which is great. Chessington World of Adventures, well worth a look this year. If you're an annual pass holder, you'll naturally get along there anyway. And as we said, they've got something for all ages. If you take your teenager into Curse of the Lost Tomb, they should enjoy it. And if you take them into Creepy Caves Unearthed, they will definitely enjoy it. But head to Chessington this year, and we've got more and more parks to come. That's our guide to Chessington. If you are going to HowlOween, simple things apply. Get there early, and we're talking 9, 9:15. Get in the queue. You know you're going to need tickets for Creepy Caves. Get them early so you get the time slot you want. It's all dark inside, so you don't have to wait until night time. Get everything out of the way, well planned. Pack your lunches. It will be a long day at Chessington. Thanks for joining us. My name's Adam. This has been UK Theme Parks. Next video will be on Alton Towers, and we'll have a look at the mazes that they've got lined up for 2018. Thank you for joining us.